Hey there, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. Welcome to your reading for the week of November 7th through the 13th. Big portal energy. We've got a full lunar eclipse happening in Taurus, fellow Earth sign there, and it's the 1010 gateway. I heard, are you ready? I actually heard that song, Are You Ready? Yes, I'm ready. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. To fall in love, to fall in love. I think there is something, for some of you that could be love, but it felt more like after a very long road, something is going to end that's going to allow you to finally be moving things forward. I think there's a lot of reason for optimism. The bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords. A cycle is completing, a big cycle, and it's been hard to get through. It's been really hard. Look, endurance, the Strength card here showing up. Like, this has really been a struggle to get here, but there is so much reason for hope and optimism. I really want you to focus on the optimism. And I know you think you're ready, but Spirit says, yes, but. So, key to the situation, the Wheel of Fortune. Things are shifting, things are changing, things are happening, things are moving in a new direction. This is very youthful energy because here we have two pages. We have the Page of Pentacles, who's counting her money very carefully. So financial situation that's really required you to have to really spend, but look, she's got a big bag of it. For her page, she has a lot of coin. Look at that. But it's careful bookkeeping. This is managing your resources. And resources are time. Resources are money. Resources can be love, but it's your energy. It's where are you putting your time and energy in? How is that affecting you? How are you? It's really about management of time. They keep saying time though. Okay, so Capricorn, you're ruled by Saturn. Saturn is the time lord. And so, yes, how you manage your time seems to really be important here. And I think that also, you frequently get the card of patience. Not yet, soon, not yet. But I got to tell you, there is reason for hope here. So, a lot of you have been struggling with forgiving somebody, and that somebody could most definitely be yourself. But I really think it's more about struggling to connect in with your higher self. Because in the heart space here, with how purple this Hierophant is, regular meditation practice that allows you to really connect in with the messages. Because it's about divine timing, it's almost like you're going to be guided along intuitively. Now's the time to do this. Now's the time to do that. Now's the time to do this. So let's take like harvest, like a farmer, right? So a farmer has to pay attention to the signs and the signals. Just because it's I think most of the farmers around here are like, if I don't have the corn in the ground by May 10th, it's a disaster, right? But they can't plant just because the calendar says it's that time. They're going to have to pay attention to the signs and the signals. What is the ground temperature? How much moisture is in the air? What's the likelihood of a frost? So there's things that go on. You can't just say the calendar says. That's not the timing. The calendar's not the timing. There's other factors and cycles involved that all have to be taken into account. And so this Wheel of Fortune is really about paying attention to how things are moving. That wheel is not attached. That wheel is not attached to anything. It's just leaning there. Got a big old pentacle in the middle, though. But it has the 4 seasons around it, and it says this is definitely about the cycles of nature and paying attention. And I have to tell you, Capricorn, this waiting period will probably be until about the middle of January when you start to see things start to really move in the direction you would like them to. That being said, now is foundational laying time. So let's go back to the farmer. Just because he can't plant until the conditions are right, he can get out in the field and get the debris out of the fields that may have blown in over the winter, or the trees that may have come down, or, you know, pull like the stones that get turned up when they're tilling the soil at the end of the season. It might bring, so you got to go get the rocks out so they don't interfere. So there's things you can be doing. And so I feel like that right now, that grunt work, that hard work, that endurance work, that laying the foundation work, that you can be doing right now. And this eclipse is allowing you to clear space, to get things out of the way, to lay the foundation, to till the soil, to have it ready for planting season. And planting season probably won't really be until the middle of January 12th, because that's when Mars starts moving, stations direct. Doesn't clear its shadow, though, until the equinox. And so I have a feeling this cycle is really playing a major part because, Capricorn, you are so ruled by how the cycles work. So every sign is going to be affected by different cyclical things, but because you have the cycle card showing up right here in the center, I feel like they're definitely, and every reading I do for Capricorn lately has been patience, patience, patience. And the card of patience actually showed up here. So again, it showed up in a different way, but yes. So you are being asked to create that quiet space, to get in touch with your higher self, because that is where the information is going to come from. Whatever it is, whether you're looking to move or start a new business or have children or, you know, fall in love, right? Are you ready to fall in love? It feels like whatever you're planning to do, whatever you're trying to incorporate new into your life, there needs to be a level of passion and joy that comes with it. You have to love some major aspect of it. It can't be, I love this new job because it gives me a lot of money. It can be, I love this new job because it gives me a lot of money, which allows me to create the security and the down fact, yes, maybe. But I think it would be best if you could find a job that does all that you really like the work. It's something about falling in love with the creating of something, not the receiving of something. It is the creation process here. And you're being asked right now, Capricorn, to take time out, to do a little hibernation like a bear. So I'm a Capricorn rising, and multiple times in my life I've had 5 jobs at one time. Typically I have 3. That's just how I am, right? Because it's so Capricorn, to constantly be in motion, to be constantly working, right? And right now, Spirit's like, we need you to take this pause, this rest. And I can't tell you why, because I can't tell why, and it may be different for all of us, or it just may be about getting us in alignment with what's going to happen next. But I can tell you, there are 2 things that should be happening right now. You should be doing the nitty-gritty clearing out of stuff, clearing the workspace. You know, if you're going to start a business making furniture, for instance, then you need to go clean up the workspace so that when you're ready to start, you have a clean space to work from, right? It feels like clearing out the debris, whether it's emotional, mental, physical like stuff, or physical within you. Maybe you need to get your health in order because you are going to have a marathon ahead of you. Because always with Capricorn, right? It isn't about fast returns. It's about seeing progress, but it's never really fast returns. It's about being in the race and moving along at a regular speed. And so it's like long distance marathon running a lot of the times, right? Like the steeplechase they just said. So, right, overcoming the obstacles. So you're loping along, obstacle, loping along, obstacle, right? It is like that. So it takes extra kind of endurance and strength to do that. And it takes optimism, like, I can get over that obstacle. I can do this. And so it takes a self-belief and a trust in yourself. And it takes being in balance, right? When you're leaping over the barrier and the steeple race, right? When you're leaping over it, you have to have the timing right. You have to have the balance right. You have to lean when it's time to lean. You need to come down right, and be in stride so that you can meet the next one, so that you're not tipping them over with your feet or catching the back of it with your back foot. And so there's this need to, when you're going over them, like really being in rhythm. There's a rhythm that needs to develop, and it's about creating the balance. And right now you're being asked to create the balance in your life. We have the Justice card here, but this feels like the balancing of the dark and the light, the time for action and the time for rest. And there's a need here to create a routine, and Capricorn does great on a routine, right? But your routine needs to include good health, getting outside, communicating with your friends. It is play and work. It is sleep and it is work. Work comes up a lot. It is time for yourself and time with others. Like bringing it all into balance, because a wheel that is not balanced is wobbly and doesn't work, and it falls off. So when you get that wheel on the cart coming up here in a couple months, you'll want to make sure everything else is balanced. And so this is a rebalancing time for you. Over the next, we're running out of time, right? You only have like 10 weeks to really kind of get yourself in the balance, maybe 12 weeks to find the balance. So enjoy the holidays, do the things you need to do. Don't overindulge. If your dietary habits need a little tweaking, now's a great time to do it. You're going to want to be optimum. They just said optimum. Be at their peak. So it's almost as though you're getting ready for a season. If you were in a sporting event, it's like the off season. And during the off season, you make sure you have fun, but you're also always in the back of your mind, but I got to be ready. So then that first day of training camp, I don't die, right? When the track season, boy, that first couple of weeks, oh my gosh, the shin splints, when if I would have been prepping my shins ahead of time. So it took me a couple seasons to be like, no, I need to do the towel before track season starts so I can manage it. And so these kinds of things are, it takes time and it takes practice. So pulling yourself all in the balance, looking to the future, but being in the moment and enjoying now, and a meditation practice, because you need that stillness, you need that quiet. There are messages that are trying to come through, and they can't in the busyness. They can't in the noise. So can you create that silence? Can you create that time? There's a season for harvest. There's a season for planting, and there's a season for lying fallow and allowing yourself to replenish and restore. You're in the fallow season. Here we have the optimism showing up for the action to take. So what are you doing right now? You're working to rebalance yourself. And we have the Page of Cups. This is about being passionate and excited about something that's coming along. This is the second of our 2 pages, right? This one is about, the hopes and the goals and the dreams that you have for having abundance in all of its forms, in the highest forms, right? But you're going to get there by, being a good steward of your resources, time, energy, health, all the things, the mental, emotional, physical, spiritual stuff. And here, look at all the purple she's wearing. She is connected in with spirit. And that is what is giving her such a sense of optimism. Her shirt is the blue. This is her truths are coming through. And the gold is the sunlight, the shining. Get ready to be a star that shines. And I heard shooting star, but it feels like it has a very long tail. It's not, so it's got this meteoric rise to it, but it keeps going. You need to stoke the fires for it. All right. In the area of resources, we have the Eight of Wands. This hawk coming in. Spirit is trying to bring you the messages. Look, the hawk, Eight of Wands, that's multiple things, but it's coming in by spirit, coming in, falcon, hawk, whatever you want to look at that as, bringing you the information. It's got a message tied to it. Spirit is trying to tell you what the next best steps are, because here in the area around this eclipse, take some time on Monday or Tuesday to prepare for this energy to come in, because you have here the mantra medicine, command, song, incantation, and containment, bringing it in. And then we have the card of stillness. There is a message that Spirit is trying to bring to you over this weekend. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, as we're preparing, but we're actually in the moon gets into Taurus at 12:15 a.m. Eastern time zone, U.S. Create a space to connect in, to create the silence, to connect in. Spirit is trying to guide you. And here in the heart space, we have the Queen of Wands. This is total creative energy. And if you do all this, you are going to be so prepared, because here we have the Seven of Pentacles. This is just a card of timing. It's not yet. Look how pregnant she is. And she's checking the firmness of the apples. They're almost ready. She hasn't dropped yet, right? If you've ever been pregnant, you know that when it's really high like that, it's not time yet, but it's really close. It's really close. Make sure you get enough rest. This Ten of Swords feels like allow something to end so that something great can begin. And then when the moon is in Gemini on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you have the golden light ray. And again, see, it's so much like this. It's got the gold and the purple. It's got that youthful, joyful exuberance. And it says here, love, laughter, receiving and giving gifts, passionate projects. And again, so it's about the balance. This is a time of rebalancing, of giving to yourself exactly what it is that you need so that you can be balanced, so that you can be prepared. Because there is going to be a test of endurance coming. Part of the test of endurance is ongoing right now, in that we are all feeling like, well, shouldn't I be getting stuff done? You know, that's sitting in the restorative phase. It's hard when you're used to being so hard charging to take that breather, to take that break. But the message keeps coming through that way for you, Capricorn. It keeps coming through that you need to rebalance, to recalibrate. And the recalibration that you're doing is it's tuning you into a higher frequency so that you can understand what is the next step you're taking. There's something very high level about the next thing you're doing, that we're stepping up. So no matter what it is, it doesn't matter if, let's just say you do road construction, but the next level up is maybe there's new technology coming in and you're able to understand it quicker so that you can be promoted from just somebody who stands there holding the slow stop sign to somebody that actually gets to get paid more and gets to be active, because standing holding that sign is not, Capricorn isn't a sign that would totally enjoy doing that work, right? There needs to be an activity level to keep you moving, right? So look at this. You have this card of persistence and strength and endurance, right? And one of the words that came through in the premeditation was endurance. And now we have the shark, the persistent drive. There is going to be a need to focus and push forward. Get ready. So there is something very creative and inspirational coming in over Saturday and Sunday when that moon is in Cancer. And it's going to allow you to be persistent. But this persistence is in the rebalancing and the preparation of what is to come. It is about being passionate and focused on this thing that you want. What can you do to get your ducks in a row? And part of getting your ducks in a row is creating a balanced life. It's not just about the job. It's not just about the project. It's not just about the financial status. It is about the entirety of the whole situation and bringing it into balance. See what you desire and move toward that goal. It is time to zero in on your purpose. You are being recalibrated to receive information that I feel is going to be life-changing. I feel like it is a redirection towards something that is next steps for you, that is part of your soul's purpose of why you're here. Either you're going to learn something that you're going to take with you further down the line, or it could be a complete shift into something where you immediately go, no, I was always supposed to do this. There's a recalibration happening. And so during the recalibration, much like when when the internet is like trying to upgrade the system, they have to shut the system down to do it. You're kind of going through a shutdown to be recalibrated so that you can do something that's more high level, more skilled, more something, more in alignment with your soul's purpose. Why are you here? So use your intuition and instincts to guide you for optimal outcome. You're being optimized. You are being optimized. And in order to do that, there is a need to have the quiet space, to connect in with spirit. It's been a bit of a struggle. It's been a bit of a struggle. It's really hard to come to that stillness. I know. I do meditation regularly, and I've been struggling with it lately. And so I really had to focus and refocus on doing that. We're being recalibrated. Come to the stillness and allow the recalibration. I'm going to pull cards for the eclipse, special for the eclipse. That'll be at on November 6th, Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time Zone in the U.S. It is a premiere video with a live chat. If you're watching on your phone, you have to find the little tab that says live chat to join the chat. I'd love to see you in there. I'm on Facebook every day. I go more into the astrology. We pull cards there. There's a little bit different flavor to it. It's definitely like today is a good day for this. Today is a good day for that kind of energy. So I'd love to see you join me over there on Facebook. You guys, take the break, because I have a feeling we get shot out of a cannon and we're going to miss the downtime. All right? Figure out how to bring the balance in. Figure out how to do that. All right? Take good care. I'll talk to you soon.